Well, a Maine mom is on a mission to raise awareness about a type of cancer her son had called Ewing sarcoma.
She's also kicking off her first fundraising events to help support relapse research. Martine Kalben is here with us now to share more. Good morning and welcome back.
Good morning. Thank you. Happy to be here today.
It's great to see you. At first, for people who maybe are not familiar with your son's diagnosis, can you talk about that and his journey to becoming cancer-free?
Yeah, Jackson was diagnosed with a rare bone cancer, Ewing sarcoma, at the age of 5. It was localized to the top of his left fibula. He underwent 14 aggressive cycles of chemotherapy and resection surgery to remove the top half of the fibula and the tumor. And he'll live the rest of his life with just a half a fibula. But he's currently 14 months cancer-free, right now at sports camp, living his best life.
That's amazing news.
Going through 14 of those, how difficult was that, going through that?
He was a trooper. I mean, he one time asked, why did I have to get cancer? You know, we always joke that the chemo made him Hulk-like and even stronger because he was not afraid to fight back and, you know, try and hustle out of trying to be poked and things like that. But he knew at the end of the day he needed to do it to get better. And he fought as hard as he could to get through it.
And how hard was it for you? Oh,
terrible as a mother to watch your child go through this. I told him many times, I wish I could take this from you, and if I could, I would, but this is your journey and you got to get through it. And he did, with a smile on his face and playing video games and making jokes, the best, you know, the way a 5-year-old and 6-year-old does.
Yeah, and now this, what inspired you to start the JC Strong Fund, and what is your ultimate mission? What's your goal?
So my goal is to raise money and awareness for Ewing sarcoma relapse surgery. Ewing sarcoma often comes back and there's no protocol in place when that happens. There's not a lot of research out there. There are trials starting right now, but I want to help fund more and make a difference for kids who have battled it one time and have it come back multiple times.
And was that something you sort of learned, you know, when it comes to relapse research and the lack thereof, I guess, throughout this journey? And are you concerned, you know, about your son and maybe, you know, the chances of potentially it coming back?
Oh, very much so. Very much so. Every day is, you know, I wake up and breathe and, all right, we have today. What's today going to bring? You don't know when it's going to come back. We do what we can on our end to help it stop. He does red light therapy. We eat healthier, but at the end of the day, it's not up to us. I've learned about, you know, like coming back a lot from Facebook groups. There's a lot of support groups that I joined, and every day there's more kids relapsing and more kids relapsing.
When you go into these support groups and social media and things like that, does it kind of shock you how many people have gone through the same thing?
Very much so. In the beginning, I had to unfollow some of the groups. I stayed in them, but I just couldn't see them on my feed. But I would check in. I needed to stay in the know, and I need to prepare for the worst and hope for the best. So I needed to know, you know, what a possibility was going to be. And for me, it's really nice to be there for other parents going through this. I've been connected with several parents, newly diagnosed kids, and offer support for them. That kind of helps me heal too.
Yeah. Let's talk about the fundraising events you have coming up this
Yes.
weekend. So you have a gala and a family-friendly event.
Yes.
Talk about that.
Yeah, the gala is on Saturday evening at Atlantic Hall in Cape Porpoise from 6 to 8:30 p.m. Tickets are available on our website, jcstrongfund.com. It's $100 per ticket, 100% tax deductible. St. Baldrick's Foundation is our 501c3 that we're under, and you buy your ticket and they immediately send you your tax donation form. We have a silent auction. Caring Cuisine Community in Cape Porpoise is doing food and beverages. We'll have music and dancing and a night talking about kids with Ewings.
How important is it to get people not just to raise money, but aware of what this goes on? I mean, before you came on the show, I didn't even know this existed. Now, Ewing sarcoma, now that's part of my, you know, in my language now.
Yeah, the more you talk about it, the more people know. It was not anything I had heard of before Jackson was diagnosed. And awareness is almost as important as donations, right? Talking about it, you might mention it to somebody who says, hey, I want to help, you know, make sure that these kids can have a future and have something to hope for.
And then is there also an event on Sunday?
Sunday is a family-friendly event. Elsa and Batman will be there from 12 to 1 p.m. It's also at Cape Porpoise, at Atlantic Hall in Cape Porpoise. We'll have life-size Tetris, life-size Plinko. Elsa and Batman are going to be doing temporary tattoos and face painting. There's going to be a bracelet making station and just lots of fun for the kids.
Oh,
Yeah, what a combination, Elsa and Batman, huh? That's an
Yes.
unlikely pair.
I love it. And okay, there is also potentially a way for people to support you today, weather permitting.
Yes, hopefully the rain and the thunder holds off, and we'll be at Congdon's After Dark in Wells for their food trucks, and 10% of all of the food purchased at the event tonight will be donated to the fund.
Awesome.
Let's talk about being aware. You know, we all have these bracelets on now. Thanks for bringing us in, by the
Yes,
way.
thanks for wearing them.
This is a great way to let people know about this as well, right?
Yeah, easy, something to see. You put it on, people ask you about it. It's a starter conversation.
Yeah. Where can they get those besides you just handing them to it like you did us?
So I will have them on my website for order. Got to get through the fundraisers first, so look for those early next week. I have a merchandise tab, and people will be able to purchase them. You can also go onto the website and make donations and buy T-shirts and sweatshirts too. All
right. You want to just continue to grow this community and support other families going through this?
Big time. And my goal is to eventually have JC Strong Fund galas across the country. This is not an isolated to Maine issue. This is, you know, countrywide, nationwide. There are kids all over the world being diagnosed with Ewing sarcoma, 250 a year. There aren't really statistics on relapse, but initial diagnosis, and I hope California is where we're from, so the next area I want to tap into is doing one back there and get them around the country.
Well, we know your son's in camp, but we miss him being on the air. He was last time he was around here.
Hey, he's going to be disappointed when he realizes he missed this today.
Tell him we said hi.
I will.
Oh, we're so happy for him and to hear that he's healthy, and we wish you nothing but the best. Thanks for all your work on this too.
Thank you.
Hopefully have a big turnout and see lots of people wearing these bracelets.
Yes, I love it.